and you just have come an amazingly long way, and we're all proud of you, buddy.
I've came amazingly a long way.
We have a long history together, right?
A long, far history. because we moved it was a little bit challenging back in the school back all the way back at home school stuff.
Yeah, and you've really showed everyone how you can turn it around, and I think just the way that you have shown how successful you can be has really been a good role model for, I think, a lot of people that that also go to Melmark, and a lot of people that would also love to have a job someday. And that's something that you've really helped kind of pave the way for a lot of those younger students, and even some of the adults that that you're friends with, right? So I know a lot of people look up to you as somebody that has really made a lot of great progress with their life, right?
Right.
Keep it up.
Thanks.
If we let's talk about for a minute some of the we mentioned friends and people that you know at Melmark. What about do you have any friends at Melmark?
I do.
Okay.
I have David. I have somebody named David. Who also goes we're like supermarket people who go to the same Gennardi's there.
So you guys work together also.
Yes, we do.
I think David was actually one of those people that really looked up to you because he saw that how much you liked your job and how well you were doing there, that he also wanted to work there too.
Yeah, and he got his job right there.
Yep, and I think one of the reasons that he got the job was because the supervisors knew that you knew him. So they kind of looked at you as kind of one of his personal references, right?
Yes.
And I think do you remember they asked you a little bit about him, and you said, David's a nice guy.
Yeah, he is.
Okay. What about any other friends that you have at Melmark?
I have
What about the guys?
Joel, actually.
Joel's one of your newer friends. He just started.
Joel is one of my newer friends. I think he moved away from the adult day program, I think, and then I think we got him in our vocational program.
Yep, he's pretty new, and so he's been a new good friend to you.
Yes.
What about the guys in the Meadows program and some of the guys and women down at the lodge?
Yeah, David David Korf, we just recently had a pool party just this past July, actually.
Yeah, that looked like a good time. I was there for a little bit.
July, because I invited everybody to come to our pool party here.
You love a good party.
Yes, I do.
So, anyone else? Any other friends that you want to talk about? What about the guys down at the lodge?
The guys down at the lodge. I used to live with them. Down at Sock House for a little while.
And who were those guys?
Doug, Jeff, and David, Gary, and Bill.
Yeah, I remember some of your discussions with Gary, because I know Gary's a really big Eagles fan, and
Yes,
you're a
he
big
is.
Redskins fan. So
Yes. Yes, I am.
So you guys had some great debates about who was the bigger fan and which was the better team.
Right.
Did you guys ever go to Eagles games together? I think you went to some Philadelphia Soul games together, right?
I think he did. Yeah.
Yeah, those are always good times.
But but they decided to go out of the to cancel all that.
Yeah. Unfortunately, Philadelphia Soul's not around anymore.
It's not around. It's not around. Fortunately, it's not around here anymore.
Well, maybe they'll be back. We'll see.
Yeah.
So while we're kind of on the topic of things that things that you do in the community, what are those things? Some of those. Do you want to talk about some of the things that you do with your friends?
I go out bowling, and I just went out bowling with David.
Okay.
I also just I like to go out to dinner sometimes with them too.
What's your favorite thing to have for dinner?
Mostly ribs.
That's probably one of my favorites too.
Yeah.
Anything else that you like to do in the community?
I like to do new things. Try to do some new things. Downtown, maybe downtown Philadelphia.
Right, we're around the area we're at now.
Yes.
And what do you like to do in Philadelphia?
I just like to go walk around and stuff.
And what are some of your favorite things to see?
Just go like sightseeing and stuff.
Liberty Bell, like that whole historical area?
Yes.
You're a big history buff, right?
Yes.
What about some of your hobbies? What are some hobbies that you do and that you're interested in?
I like to garden. I like to do some gardening, and also like to also gardening and stuff.
Anything else? Weren't you part of a fishing club before?
Oh, I like to go fishing too.
Okay.
Yeah.
And who was the first person to teach you about gardening?
My mom, actually.
Yeah, I remember that. You said that's something that you always do when you're younger.
Yeah, back at my mom's house. In Virginia.
What kind of stuff did you grow back in Virginia?
Herbs and stuff.
Tomatoes.
And
you actually grew some tomatoes in the greenhouse we used to have, right?
Yeah, right here.
So you're a pretty good gardener.
Yeah.
What about baking?
I like to bake also too.
Didn't somebody buy you a bread maker for Christmas recently?
Yes.
Who was that?
I actually bought that actually.
Oh, you bought that?
Yes.
With all your hard-earned money, I guess. Huh?
Because mine was broken.
Oh, okay. Well, let's. We mentioned Melmark a little bit and the vocational program. You started to talk about that. So, do you want to talk about what you do during the day when you're not at your job at Gennardi's?
Yes. I help out binders with the vocational program. All the binders that we use, and also I do a lot of shredding for a lot of other people too.
Yeah, I know everyone they're always calling me and letting me know they have different jobs and letting me know how they're personally requesting you because how hard of a worker you are.
Right.
What other things do you do in the program?
I also do some office stuff, office work too. I'm out there too.
What services and what things have you been a part of at Melmark, and what things have really been helpful to you to really get to the point where you're at now?
Like I've had some Melmark services.
So what kind of things have you learned over the years that have been helpful to you?
Oh, like my behavior management skills.
Okay.
And also my talking to staff, listening to staff, and talking to staff and all that.
And what about the things that you've learned about your jobs?
Like I learned about jobs like new jobs. Melmark has helped me with the binders and all that.
So do you feel like you've had a lot of different opportunities to learn a lot of different jobs, and then it seems like over the years you've really started to figure out what you like the most, and we helped you try to find a match that worked well for you. Do you feel that that was pretty much the case with you?
Yeah.
Okay.
I also started first job on campus. Actually the job on campus. Like going to the get some gloves. Get all these material like in classroom 5 actually.
Mm-hmm.
Way back in classroom 5 we used to make a delivery all the time like people have been requesting on their paper like 5 or 6 gloves, and then we've been delivering it to the classrooms everywhere.
So that was your first job experience. You had an on-campus job.
Yes.
Okay. And then so after you got your on-campus job, then what happened?
And then I moved outside to the outside the community actually.
And what was your first community job? Because Jari's wasn't actually your first job. Do you want to talk about that?
I used to work at Raleigh Sales. That was an air conditioning job. But I was crushing all these boxes though. Just like what my friend Alex did. Right now. He's crushing all the boxes, I bet, too.
And so what made you decide to move on to another job? Did you want to try to see what else was out there?
I did. I wanted to see what else is out there because that was the same thing over and over again. I didn't see a lot of people just now like a supermarket.
Because what did you tell us that was an important part of the job that you felt like you didn't really have there that you were kind of looking for? Remember we talked about earlier. We mentioned that the fact that you like helping people.
I do like helping people.
So I remember.
So I think that was a good choice. Getting my Gennardi's job better.
Mm-hmm. Because I think Riley Sales gave you a great opportunity. They're a great group of guys down there, and but I think you said you were looking more for something that would give you an opportunity to help people. Because I think you liked operating the machinery and doing those kind of things, but it was really being around a lot of people and helping others that that was most interesting to you. Is that correct?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. If you could do anything with your future, and where would you really see yourself in the future? What are some of the things that you're looking forward to doing?
I'm looking forward to move outside to outside to an apartment. So I can be more independent. Mm, outside. That would be nice.
So that would make you feel like you're more of an adult and kind of taking the next step.
Taking the next step. That would be taking the next step. I would like to take the next step by moving. Moving just outside of into an apartment.
And what are some of the things that are important to you about having an apartment?
Just what important to me is just I would like it.
You think that would be a better?
I think that would be a better solution.
Okay.
Question for you, T. Seems like you've grown up in the country and you've lived in the city before too. Which do you like better and why? And if you could tell Alan also.
Because I like Richmond, Virginia because because it's more outside in the city out in the country because my uncle has a farm out there too.
Yeah, the city does get kind of crazy. I mean, you saw all the traffic that we had to deal with just getting here.
Right.
So I don't blame you for that.
I like the country better.
I hear you there. So what about how do you want people to think of you? And you told us a lot about yourself. What is something that you want people to, when they think of William T. Thompson, what do you want them to think about?
I want to think that I want to be that I'm an adult. I'm an adult and I've grown so much further. Come a long ways. Just to be an adult.
Well, I can, from someone that's known you for a very long time, I can tell you that I'm pretty sure all of us that know you definitely think that about you. You're a great guy, and you absolutely have done a lot of great things.
I have.
Should be very proud of yourself. So if there's anything else that you can do in your life, what else would you want to do?
I would like to move to an apartment and to maybe do some more things with my friends. Like outside of Melmark.
So maybe even not just having friends maybe within Melmark, but I think something else that you've mentioned before that's important is also developing new friendships with people outside of Melmark.
Yes.
Okay.
I would like to develop some new friends like outside of Melmark.
Well, you're a very friendly guy, so I'm sure you'll have no problem with that, right?
Yes.
Well, that's all the questions that I have. Is there anything else that you wanted to tell about yourself or to ask of me?
I'm just a great guy, and
I can vouch for that.
and I would just like to develop some new friendships.
Well, T, again, thank you so much for talking to me today.
Oh, you're welcome.
It was a great time. Glad we
You're
got
welcome.
to do this. And yeah, that's all the questions I have.
Okay.